Hello, so this is the next step in video tutorials for letter facade. So we have this perspective and we have it in parallel view. We need to go to set view and our last view saved, which is the same one that is corresponds with our render, the one we did in previous video tutorial. And we have to, after this, make a 2D so we can create the 2D drawings of this view and put them together again the same way we did before in Illustrator. So I'm going to start doing what I explained because it takes a little long. So I'm going to select all the objects after I go to the view, so it's exactly the same as the render, and I'm going to say make 2D, enter. I'm not going to press 4 views. I'm going to say current view only because I only want this view and all these box checks. So I'm going to say OK. So what it's going to do is, by now you should know, is put these lines that we have in 3D. It's going to project them, smash them against this plane called C plane, the grid plane. And after that, we're going to just export it as Illustrator. Let's see, because it normally takes a little while. The geometry is more complex, and it doesn't show anything because in the layers, if you remember, we have the old Make2D turned off here. So if we turn it on, there they are, without selecting out. Because if you select out, you lose these yellow lines, means the selected lines. We're gonna go and Control Tab, go to the top view and say File, Export Selected, Illustrator, and we're gonna call it Module 2. Okay, I'm gonna say Save. We're gonna say OK, and that's it. We can turn off, and that will be all there. And we're gonna go to Illustrator. I'm gonna say New, Print, Letter, Portrait, 1 artboard. There you go. There you have one. And now you can say also Open. Select Module 2, the Illustrator file we have just created. Select everything. Control C, Control V. Before we deleted this guy, but I realized that it could be very useful to select everything and have that as a reference to scale. We scale until this is centered to the paper, not the, and remember always to scale pressing Shift. Again, this is not what we want. Control C, it's Shift and scale. No, that's quite obvious, I think, by now. And you could always select one of the images and move the whole thing as long as everything is selected. Okay, now yes, I'm going to select only the rectangle and delete. What next is File, Place. We need to select the render we did previous tutorial, Place. It's a little bigger, it's no problem. We need to open the layers and see where this object called the image is. It's now up here. We need to place it down here. By default there's a layer 1, so we can drag by pressing here the black box, drag down. There you go. Whatever was here I selected, it's now layer 1, and now you can see how the lines are in front of the image, but still we have to scale the image, so I'm just selecting with the black arrow and placing it pretty much in the center, and we have to test the scale, scaling the image down. Always remember Shift, Scale, and placing, I'm going to zoom in, V to move, and I'm just going to put it approximately because it's not going to be the same. Then I'm going to zoom out, see the shortcut, and zooming out, and V, select the image and scale, pressing Shift, a little down, I guess it's too big. It's a careful movement until you get what you desire, no? and this you should get perfectly since you have all the time of the world. Then you can always drag it out, select the image from here and move it to here and lift in your. So let's see, it's obviously a little big compared to the line, so I'm going to select the image, shift, take it down a little bit, a notch, and I'm going to go up to the top and see. And I think we still need to move it from here to here. I think it's much better, if not perfect. So I think I'm happy. Next step, very simple ones. We need to change the line drawings. Remember, selecting the circle means we select the layers. So we need to select the circle of hidden, control, circle of hidden. So we have all the hidden lines together. If I remember well, was 0.25 and black. Now remember, black for the line, not for the filling, okay? That's very important. And also, while it's selected, never I have selected another place, so I still have those lines selected. Dash line, 1 and 1, I think it looks good. Select out, basically V, and press anywhere outside. And you can go to layers and press visible and control visible. Those two layers are now selected. I think I want to place it 0.75 and black. Remember again, only black line, not filling, which is the common error. Okay, I'm gonna select this one and select outside, and it looks good, looks very good. So let me see, now the next step is selecting the image and going to the double circles, which is transparency. If you don't have it, remember, window transparency. And I think 50% should be fine. You can choose which one you prefer for your needs, or what do you like to have as a drawing. I like 50%. It's very like smooth and clean, and I read the lines perfectly, so it's very nice. Last step, file, save as PDF. I'm going to call it module 2, and I'm going to say save and go to high quality print, say save PDF. It's going to take a little while. It's probably good to remember always to save your Illustrator file. And if we go to where I have saved it, module 2 PDF, if I double click, this is a very nice drawing of our components. So the last step, this is done, is to place these guys in the bottom into our facade. Okay, so that will be the last tutorial, hopefully. Okay, done.